Rockin' with the Steelers. DVE.
Hi again, everybody. This is Ellis Cannon, and welcome to our final Steelers Game Day segment before Super Bowl 40 on the Pittsburgh Steelers Football Network. That certainly sounds special to say, and it is. And speaking of special, today marks the first Super Bowl broadcast for the Steelers without the legendary Myron Cope. A lot of listeners have commented on how his voice will be missed today, and we couldn't agree more. Myron's at home recuperating, surely watching the game with the sound turned down. Here's a quick look back at some moments that made Steeler broadcast so memorable.
Myron is Pittsburgh. I mean, my gosh, I remember growing up here listening to him on the radio when I was a kid.
Great leaping fingertip catch by Rocky Meyer, who has never been known as a Vince Vaughn, but he went up with the linebacker, D.C. Lewis. Yeah, you betcha. Out jumped him, pulled that ball down, and so the Steelers are back out in front. Yeah. And I'm out of breath because this is some kind of a Super Bowl.
And the bus trots in, and I'm telling you, Dirk Dawson double blocked that guy's brains out. Yoy, and double yoy, and triple yoy. Knock the stuffing out of that terrible quarterback couch.
Yoy, throw that terrible towel out there. Coach Mike Webster has worn a terrible towel throughout the first half.
I'm telling you, and I'm not being facetious, but he caught that ball off McLeod's jockstrap.
Isn't there a nicer term for that?
I don't know of any
piece of apparel?
Instantly. I'm speechless here.
For the first time in your life.
Well, that was a phenomenal look back. Definitely honoring the legendary Myron Cope, a legend in the booth, in the business, and a great man. I'm Ellis Cannon. Myron, we love you. And we'll see you at halftime, Myron, and everybody else up there. In the meantime, the voice of the Pittsburgh Steelers, Bill Hillgrove, he's up next. He'll be joined by Tunch Ilkin. Enjoy the game, everybody. Enjoy the Super Bowl, everybody. You're listening to the Pittsburgh Steelers Football Network.
We now pause for station identification on the Pittsburgh Steelers Radio Network.
Myron Tillotson realizes that many major investment decisions come with retirement. That's why you need Myron Tillotson. They prepare you for your vacation of a lifetime.
WDVE. Pittsburgh.
Hello again, everybody. It's time for Super Bowl 40 here at Ford Field in Detroit on this 5th of February. And what a tribute it was to Myron Cope as the pregame show signed off. And now we're into the broadcast proper with yours truly, Bill Hillgrove, Tunch Ilkin, Craig Wolfley, and our entire Steelers crew. And we did have the opportunity to call Mr. Cope about an hour and a half ago. He already had his feet up on his, what did he say it was?
The table.
It was on a table.
That's right, on his coffee table.
That's it.
And you know what? I went and saw him last Wednesday, a week ago Wednesday. And just to say hi, see how he was doing. And, you know, I know he's bummed that he can't be here. He says, I'm going to miss all the fun. And I said, you know, Myron, we are going to miss you. When we called him, I asked him, I said, so, are you going to be hanging out with people coming over for a little Super Bowl party? Who are you going to be watching the game with? He said, I will watch the game by myself because I have to be able to concentrate so I can have some sort of analysis by it. And I said, oh, that's great. And he said, and he goes, and I will turn down the sound and turn you guys up.
You can take the kid out of the booth, but you can't take the booth out of the kid.
Yeah, that's right. He gave me one bit of advice. He said, Tunch, don't say anything stupid. I said, I'll do my best.
What a pregame show.